All right, everyone. Welcome to our Flourishing Legacy team meeting. This is our first for November. I'm very excited that you all are here. I'm going to share my screen right now real quick, and we will get started. Okay, perfect. Can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right. I want us to begin by just reminding ourselves of who we are as Flourishing Legacy. If you're on this call or watching the recording, that means you're a part of my team. My name is Sheila Goleswe. I'm the team leader of Flourishing Legacy. And a number of you might not even know what Flourishing Legacy is about, but I just want to remind us what we are about. And if you don't want to be about this, then this will be the best time to kind of leave, because this is who we are and this is what we'll be about. So our mission is we're on a journey to financial freedom while helping others do the same. So we're helping each other, we're working with each other to make sure that each other's goals are achieved by our mutual help, all right? Our vision is that our financial freedom will give us more choices for our families, choices for ministry, choices for doing more good in the world, and it will give us more time control to spend with those that we love. That is the goal for our financial freedom. Now, in order to achieve that, we have to be a certain way. They say if you want to see change, you have to be the change. And outside of investing in the crypto space, which is the vehicle that we have decided to use to be on this journey to financial freedom, there is a mindset that we have to have. We have to have it. There's no ifs, buts about it. In order for us to change where we are financially or to achieve what we want financially, we have to be able to change the way we think. Because where we are is where our minds have brought us. Not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying it has brought us here and we want to go somewhere else. So we have to manage our minds to get to that place. That's why our meetings will have a learn aspect. We are all about, our whole Flourishing Legacy is about learning and earning while making money in the crypto blockchain space. That's what we are about, for the goal of financial freedom. And so our meetings will have a learn component. We're going to be learning anything that will help us to renew our mind so that we can achieve our goals. The second thing that we will have in our meetings, that we'll have updates about what is going on with our investments, all our investments, not just one investment, not just HyperNation or Hyperverse, but all our investments. Will give updates of any highlights that people need to know. And then we will end our meeting with how we can help you. It'll be me this time. It might be one of you next time. This will be a hands-on help if you need help for technical support, or if you just have questions. That is what our weekly meetings will be about. So you show up, you ask your questions, and we move forward, okay? So this is our focus for the next 3 months. In November, we're gonna spend time talking about what is it that you want. We only have 2 meetings in November because of the holidays in the US. So what do you want in your financial life? And that's a question that I want us to revisit. What does what you want look like? And what is the dollar amount or the crypto amount look like for you? Then we're going to spend time in looking at the 7 habits of highly effective people to help our mindset to get to where we want to be. December, how will you get to where you want to be? And in January, we're going to be taking action. I love January because it's a time for new beginnings. You just take action and you're motivated. And so we'll use our January time to just renew our minds and take action for whatever you want. Remember, your goals are different from mine. Everyone has their own individual goals. So there's no comparison. It's just a matter of you being true and understanding what your path is. Okay, so let's move forward. This is gonna be interactive. There's gonna be a time where I'm asking you guys questions. So be ready to turn on your camera or put on your sound so that you can interact with me. So the question here is, what do you not want in your financial life? And you can use the chat as well. You can use the chat as well. What do you not want? Okay. So answers, what do you not want in your financial life? You can either answer in the chat or unmute yourself. Auntie Mary, what do you not want? Mama Irene, Catherine, Bishop John, what do you not want?
Unmute, I was trying to unmute. Not want financial bankruptcy. Whatever, if there's any such thing.
Bankruptcy, of course, that's good. Yeah, keep it coming. We don't want bankruptcy, absolutely. What else do we not want? What do you not want? Miss Catherine, you can unmute. What do you not want?
We don't want to fail. We don't want no negative touch.
No negativity.
Yes. We want to
Good.
stay
Mama,
positive.
yeah, Mama Irene. Bishop John, what do you not want?
Well, I don't want us to lose sight of what we really want to achieve.
You do not want to lose sight of what you want to achieve. Yeah.
Yes.
You want focus. You do not want to lose sight. I like that. Okay. Good. We don't want bankruptcy. We don't want negativity. We don't want to lose sight. Okay, so what do we want? What do you want in your financial life?
Financial freedom.
I want freedom, exactly. I want freedom. For me, freedom is time and freedom is choices. Those two things are very important. Very important to me. What do you want?
I need positive result.
Positive results. I like that. Positive results. What do you want?
I want abundance. Abundance means.
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh. Abundance. Yes, go ahead. Define abundance.
Okay, in my sense, what I really want is that I'm able to have everything I need, and then I'm able to have enough to help people who come to me or people that need my help.
Very good. That's so much what I want. I want hilarious generosity, as I call it. Hilarious generosity. One of my mentors that I follow her all the time, we went to seminary together. She's doing very well. She's teaching a lot of people around the world how to trade stocks. And she said that she gave $500,000 this year to churches and nonprofits. And she said she remembers when she was about to give 450,000 to this church. And she was so excited that she was going to the bank to give this money. And I'm like, that's what I want. That's what I want. I want generosity, hilarious generosity, abundance, like Pastor said. What else do you want? What do you want? Mr. Eno, I'm glad you're here. What do you want in your financial life?
Still thinking about that.
That's very good. You're thinking about it. That's what we have to think so that we don't lose focus.
Sister Sheila,
Yes.
I want to be able to do things or projects in Africa that would touch many lives.
Very good. Very good. Mama Irene, what do you want?
Financial independence.
What does that mean to you? What does financial independence mean?
It means I don't have to, when I walk in a store, I don't have to count how much money I have. I just need to buy what I need and pay for it.
Amen. Beautiful. Beautiful. So
I want to thrive.
you want to thrive. What does that mean? Thriving for you.
Sometimes it's just a matter of, some people are just living day by day and just living with them by emotion. Let me just turn my camera. I'm just in a meeting right now. And just
Sure.
give me a second.
Sure.
It's a matter of just living day by day, right? Unfortunately, if you're thriving, you're going beyond what you can do in a normal capacity. As someone also mentioned, is that we want to help. Some people say, I want to be rich. Well, rich in what? And how rich do you want to be? I want to be wealthy. The reason being, if I'm wealthy, I'm not only able to impact myself, my church, but I'm also able to impact other people, because money is not everything, but it does a lot of things. And without that, you don't have the resources to help other people, and you only have what is enough for you. And for myself, I do want to reach out not only for myself and my family, but to many other people, and also back in Africa.
Amen. Amen. Oh, so beautiful. I'm so glad. I hope I'm recording. Yeah. I started recording. Yes. I'm like, all these things are so good. I hope I'm recording. Yes, I'm recording. This is so good. So the question I have with all these great responses, is it worth your sacrifice to achieve these worthy goals? Do you think that it will involve a sacrifice? Do you think that it will involve a change of mind and how you think right now in order to achieve abundance, freedom, thriving, making a difference? Absolutely.
Absolutely. I always say the mind, there's a battlefield in the mind. What you think becomes your words, and what you speak becomes your reality.
Ooh, girl. I'm taking your name down. I'm calling you next time to come and give some words of wisdom. Absolutely. Can you say that again? A little slower. Can you say that again?
I was just saying that the battlefield is in our mind, right? What you think is what you speak, and what you speak becomes your reality. Yes, and there's power in the tongue. So like some people will always like to say, oh, I'm down to earth. And then they say all those negative things about themselves. I don't think I am all that. I don't think I'm everything. But I think the words that we say to ourselves, it definitely does matter. I don't tell myself that I'm stupid. I don't tell I've done something stupid, but that doesn't mean I am stupid. That's not my identity, right?
Absolutely. 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 And we'll say we have lost. We don't have anything. All these words, I don't have anything. I've lost. No. Warren Buffett says the best investment you can make is an investment in yourself. The more you learn, the more you earn. That's why we're about learning and earning. Oprah says you must feed your mind with reading material, thoughts, and ideas that open you to new possibilities. Because everything is about perception. Even all of us are in one group, all of us were in Hyperverse, all of us, when Hyperverse went down in terms of the market and the business that they were not able to withdraw, all of us face the same reality, but all of us have different perceptions. all of us take this information and apply it in our lives very differently. And the way you apply it in your life will either bring you growth or keep you stuck as a victim. And for me, as a leader of this group, my goal, my desire is that I use this opportunity of not getting what we initially wanted from Hyperverse as an opportunity to help us see beyond, help us renew our mind to the perception and the mindset we are to have in order to thrive. Because you might think this meeting or being in Flourishing Legacy is about Hyperverse. If you think it's about Hyperverse, then you're madly mistaken. It's not about Hyperverse. It's about achieving a financial goal that you had set for yourself, because no matter what happened, someone who loved you invited you to Hyperverse. They didn't invite you because they hated you. They invited you because they loved you. And so if things are not moving the way you expect them to move, don't shoot the person who loves you. Is it their fault? Should they never tell you about anything good happening in their lives because they are afraid that you're going to shoot them? That should not be. It's perception. So what do you see in that picture? Do you see a beautiful young woman with a necklace? Or do you see an old woman with a big nose and a shawl?
I'm trying so hard to see the old woman. I can't. Can anybody figure out how I can see the old woman? All I see is a beautiful young woman with a necklace, but I want to see the old woman.
The old woman is there for sure. What do you see? Does someone see the old woman? I've been trying to see the old one. Before, I used to see the old woman so clearly.
You need to give me clues on how to see the old woman, because I want to see the old woman.
It's really hard for me to see the old woman again. But is there someone who sees the old woman? And this there's no wrong or right answer. It's just that there are two of these women in this one picture.
I cannot see the old woman.
Okay, let me show you the old woman. So this is the old woman's mouth right here.
Mouth.
Yeah, right here. And her chin. I think I finally see her chin. I think her chin is right here, somewhere like that. I think I was seeing her a moment ago. Now she's disappeared. I think this is her scarf right here, or her hair right here. This is her scarf. Her hair tie right here. This is her hair.
I still don't see.
Her mouth is right here. Yep. The old woman is there. This is her
okay.
mouth.
I can see.
From her mouth that you're able to see her.
It's from my mouth, yes.
This is her nose right here. That's why they said a big nose. And then this is her scarf. Yeah. Yep. All that to say is there's always, all of us can be looking at one thing, but there are people who have different perspectives, and those two perceptions can still coexist, right? They can coexist. So you don't need to fight the other person because they see the lady, the young lady. I don't need to tear down my brother because they see the old woman. We can see two different things while looking at the same picture. To change ourselves effectively, we first have to change our perceptions. And what is the perception? The perception is if someone wants to go to Hypernation, that is their choice. Don't shoot them down. If someone wants to stay in Hyperverse to wait for their 1X, that is their choice. Don't shoot them down. If someone wants to do all three, wants to diversify, wants to go to hypernation, wants to wait for 1x, and wants to do it all at the same time, it is their choice. So everyone has, in our group, you are going to be exposed with every opportunity, every choice. You make a decision, but nobody should be putting another person down because of the choice that they have made. You make your choice and let others make their own choices, okay? Because to change ourselves effectively, we first have to change our perceptions. The book that we're gonna be looking at this month is a common book. Probably some of you have already read it and you know it. The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. He says that when you value correct principles, you see reality as it truly is. So it's all about your principles. And he's all about let your principles govern the way you act. And the 7 habits start from a place of dependence. I want you to think about when you came to Hyperverse. You came at a place of dependence. Someone brought you in. Some of you, including myself, I've never been involved in the crypto space before. I was new, I was learning. You were in a place of dependence, but the goal is that you move from dependence to independence to interdependence, where we are working together and helping each other thrive, have abundance, have freedom. So that process is what the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People teaches us through setting habits that we need to cultivate in our lives. We're going to be taking 1 habit at a time in each meeting. The first habit is being proactive. So interdependence is what the Bible says 2 are better than 1 in Ecclesiastes. Interdependence is a more mature, advanced concept, meaning that is why I frown a lot on people attacking in the groups. In our Flourishing Legacy WhatsApp group, when people just put names and they attack, or they have negative and chats that do not uplift the group, I frown on that. Some of you have gotten calls from me. When you put those kind of information on the chat, I just pick up the phone and call you. Why? Because I want to have a conversation. Because our unity, our success is tied to our ability to work together. I don't want to work alone, because if I could achieve my success alone, then I would have achieved it by now, right? If you could achieve your success alone, you would have achieved it by now. We need each other. They said interdependence. But healthy interdependence happens when you do the personal work first. That's how it works, right? And so when you find yourself vomiting your emotions in a group that has over 300 people, I want you to stop and pick up the phone and call a friend and vomit on your friend, not on 300 people. Because just because you feel a certain way, that doesn't mean the whole group needs to know how you feel. That's all part of maturity, right? It's okay if you've done it before, but we are taking the time to help each other out so that we can achieve our goals. It's all about achieving those goals, because we are never going to achieve those goals if our minds and our behaviors are not right. Okay? All right. So what is the first habit? Being proactive. Being proactive means taking responsibility for your life, meaning that a good opportunity, a good investment opportunity was given to you, was shown to you, you attended a presentation or your friend told you about it. Nobody held you at gunpoint. You made a choice to participate. Take ownership of that. You quit your job because the income at Hyperverse was great. Take responsibility for that. You sold your car, you sold your house, and put it in Hyperverse. Take responsibility for that. It's not Hyperverse responsibility. They didn't ask you to do all those things. Your upline didn't ask you to do it. You made a choice. Was it a good choice? Was it a bad choice? It's based on your goals. If it was a bad choice, you learn and you move on. If it was a good choice, you rejoice and you learn to do it again. That's all it is. So being proactive means taking responsibility for your life. Consequently, you don't blame your behavior on external factors, such as circumstances, like I said. You don't control the market, but you own it as a part of a conscious choice based on your values. So reactive people are driven by feelings. Proactive people are driven by values. We all know external factors have the ability to cause pain, just like we are all experiencing right now in the market. Your inner character, however, doesn't need to be damaged because of that. You do not need to be dishonest because of external factors. Your integrity needs to be intact. What matters most is how you respond to these circumstances. Proactive individuals focus their efforts on the things they can change, whereas reactive people focus their efforts on areas in their lives in which they have no control. When am I going to be able to withdraw? No control. When will I get my 1X? No control. Because I'm losing money right now, since I'm not getting the earnings I expected, what can I do to change that? Now you have control. So they amass negative energy by blaming external factors for their feelings or victimization. This in turn empowers other forces to perpetually control them, meaning that the more we do not take ownership for our decisions, the more people will continue to control you. So how do we apply being proactive in our lives? So this is an exercise that Stephen Covey said we could do. He says the clearest manifestation of proactivity can be seen in your ability to stick to your commitments, to the commitments you make to yourself or to others. It could be in your family. It could be to your team members. It could be to this group. It could be to your education, your personal development. This includes a commitment to self-improvement, saying that you're going to invest time to learn the skills in the crypto space, not continue to be dependent, but move towards independence. He says, maybe you can take a 30-day proactive test in which you make a series of small commitments. I will show up once a week for team meeting. That's a small commitment. All you need to do is show up. And the more you do, in 30 days, you will see its impact in your life. That is how we can apply this truth, being proactive. Next week, we're going to look at habit number 2, begin with the end in mind. All right. Okay. So let's move to our updates. So we're going to give 3 updates here. The Hyperverse recovery plan. That's what many people want to know. When can I withdraw? I still cannot withdraw in Hyperverse. When can I get back my 1X? The company is still committing to getting people back what they put in. They have sent out a text, which if you're in my group Flourishing Legacy, you received that update text. It says that they are coming up with a system called Hypercosmos. We don't know what it is. They will reveal it to us by the end of the month. That is what the company says. And so for those who are waiting on that, you wait. As simple as that. For those in Hypernation is going on well. We are on a 90-day, we have been on a 90-day crunch to see how we can get into Hypernation and be earning while we're waiting. And a number of us have made that decision, and more of you are deciding to jump on. Again, it is a choice. No, the company is not asking us to do this. It's a choice. If you want to, you jump on Hypernation. You're getting daily rewards, 0.7%, 3x until you get your 0.7% every day. That's all of that is still available to us. It's moving on well. We are at 60 days out. The goal is everyone who is in Hypernation is to get a daily goal. What is your daily goal by December, end of December? For me, 100 HND hyperbond a day. That's my own personal goal. What's yours if you're in Hypernation? And then you work to make that happen. Again, all personal goals. Then diversify. If you're in the diversify projects, one of the projects that has been doing so well lately is King Kong. As a team, we're gaining momentum in King Kong. If you don't know anything about King Kong, reach out to me or your upline and we'll get you connected to the information so that if you want to participate in it, you can. Small investment, it's gaining great income in that area, okay? So what are next steps or suggestions? They have not changed from the last meeting we had. Wait for the 1X, stay plugged in so that you can find out what the hypercosmos is all about. While you're waiting, if you choose, you can join Hypernation. Diversify, that's always a good idea, your portfolio. And King Kong is a very great place to start because you don't need much to start. And finally, educate yourself. Take the time to learn the basics about funding and accounting in the crypto space and also knowing how to withdraw in your investments. Some tool that you have now, I created a YouTube channel for us where you can get, I'm doing a lot of how-to videos on Hypernation, not so much because the company already has videos for that, but I'm doing a lot of our diversified projects, those that I'm involved in. You'll see some how-to videos on that, okay? All right, so this is the time. This is the last part of our meeting. This is the time for questions and hands-on help for anything that you may need, okay? All right.
Thank you, Sheila, for that presentation. That was really great. We appreciate your time and effort. Great leader, thank you.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much. Did you need some help with something in your back office?
Referring to me?
Yes.
I do, but now I have the authenticator problem because when I change phones, I already sent my old phone out and they're telling me in order to bring in my existing, I'd already programmed all my rules and all my Google authenticators, I have to get the old phone to scan. And unfortunately, my Hyperverse, I cannot open because it's asking me for Google Authenticator. So I have to start all over to reload. But then you have to get in the system to scan something. But after I log in, it will not let me go in the system. So I think it's going to be a customer service thing.
Okay.
Because if you can't get in the system, how do you get the stuff to get the numbers to scan and start a new Google Authenticator? So it's just kind of like catch-22.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, because it will not let, I mean, you log in, right there, it stops you. Google Authenticator. Okay. I need a code from Hyperverse to put in to get, but then I can't get in. Same with, remember last time, because I was actually really looking forward to transferring the funds to the nation. And I thought at that point I couldn't do it because I had not established my security level to the highest advanced level. So it wouldn't let me, because when I read to see why I couldn't get that email, I was thinking it was because of my Yahoo, but it wasn't. It was my security level was not set up. So at that point, I set it up with all of the Google Authenticator and everything. So when I had the phone problem, now Google Authenticator is set and I don't have a new phone to put it so I can transfer. So I still got background work to do on my own, or if anyone has a better way around it.
So, question, I thought that with two-factor, there's a way that with your key, you will be able to bring up all the two factors that you had before.
Yeah, the two factors I had before, you're talking about logging into Hypernation, Hyperverse, or?
No, I'm talking about your two-factor authentication. Do you have all the 2FAs that you had before, the accounts in your Google Authenticator? Have all those accounts been restored to your new phone?
All of my MetaMask accounts have been restored, but the Google Authenticator, I need either the QR code or the individual platforms special in order to reestablish new Google Authenticator, because it's a new phone. So like I had Google Authenticator for my KuCoin, for my Kraken, for Who, and for Hyperverse. So I started with Hyperverse. When I log in, it tells me Google Authenticator. But then I go to Google Authenticator, it's telling me to do a QR code for Hyperverse or a series of numbers. But I'm not in, I cannot get the numbers.
Yeah, I understand that. I am talking more of, because when I got a new phone, my Google Authenticator, I guess the difference there is I knew that I was getting a new phone, so I exported all my code.
I didn't know. I wouldn't have sent out the phone. Yeah,
so
that's the problem.
Yeah, but I thought that if you have, there's a key for, just like MetaMask, if you have your key, you can put it in and it will bring back everything that you had already. That's not the case for
No,
Google
that's not the case for, no. Google Authenticator doesn't have that, no. I mean, good thing MetaMask had, and I saved it, so all of that is up and running. With the Google Authenticator would require you to go into the platform, get a key, and then input for it to register. And if I cannot get
as a new code.
As a new code. I think I had this with one of my downline, and what she did, emailed the support, which I'm going to have to get the information from you, because they're going to ask me my offline, when did I register, my name, and then they'll go in my profile and deactivate my Google Authenticator. So they're the ones that can do it. And the ones that do it, I get in, then I'll be able to reestablish a new one. But then they're going to be asking me those informations like my offline, when did I, from your back office, you can tell when I started, right? Because they're going to ask me when I started, my offline, when I started, my email, my password, because I had to do that for my downline, because she had the same problem.
I would check to see if I can tell when you started.
Yeah, and then you can just send that to me.
My name is, I'll send you someone.
Yeah, send all that information to me, because that's what they're going to need to deactivate on the back office the check point where I did for my Google Authenticator for me to be able to get in.
Okay.
That's the only way around it. So I really can't do anything today.
Although I'm gonna find out about that 2FA key. I don't know why that rings a bell in my head. So I'm gonna, find out this.
I mean,
Anyway,
2FA key, that's like you had your secret, your questions, but it's not asking me for questions. It's not, if you had your questions and then if you had your secret questions and what was the other thing? Yeah, I know that was it.
Okay. Well, I'll look at that. I'll look at that to see. It will be also for my own learning. So that if there's something to do to.
Yeah, I know I had a downline who was very frustrated, and at that point I couldn't understand. No, then now I'm facing the same problem, and the only way it was resolved was the technical people had to go in the back office and deactivate. Yeah, and she had to prove herself with all these questions.
Right. Yeah, that's normal because that's extra security for your account. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll work it through, and I know you're off today, so you have work. Get that. All right.
Other than that, I would like to, I think if you can just go over the King Kong way that you've been explaining on the leadership forum. I mean, is it different from the normal? I know I have a King Kong account. I don't know if there's, Manuel has another way that's creating or beneficial.
Yeah, so there's a strategy video in our leaders group that I created. Anyone here or always listening to the recording was interested in King Kong, just reach out and I'll send the strategy video. If you want to know about King Kong, just go to kingkongmetrics.com, kingkongmetrics.com. Everything about King Kong is on that one page. But the strategy we're using as a team, there's a YouTube video that I created. It's on our channel, our Flourishing Legacy channel, YouTube channel, and it's also in the leaders group.
Okay, I'll check that out and see, because I think I'm able to access that.
Yeah, it's in our WhatsApp leaders group.
No, I mean, I'm able to access my King Kong platform. It's not
because you have MetaMask.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Check it out. It's doing very well. Yep. Okay. Any other question? Auntie Mary, do you have any other question?
No, not really. I'll check on the People's Project. I'll see what's going on with that.
Yeah, update us on that one.
No, yeah, when I follow up, when I follow up with my other leader, see what's going on with that, because
Yeah, we just couldn't figure it out. It wasn't moving the way it needed to.
Yeah.
So we're like, we'll leave that one alone for now. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. Ms. Catherine, do you want to look at your Kraken?
Yes, we can do it. I'm gonna go somewhere.
Okay.
That is less
Can you share
noisy.
your screen?
No, I gotta go somewhere that is less noisy.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead and
Let me see.
Miss Barbara wants to get up.
I'm going to.
Miss Roslyn?
Ooh, you see the noise? I am at work.
okay, you're at work. So are you able to look at this now since you're at work?
Yeah, we can do it now.
Okay.
I'm just getting out of the way where it's noisy.
Okay.
Well, you said share my screen.
Yes, go ahead and share your screen. And I'm gonna
You have the
stop
record.
it.